Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word, love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp. Coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And you know what? I'll let the video play. Saw a video on World Star, and it says, awful. Man fatally shoots his ex-wife after she wouldn't take him back. Now, if we go under the idea that this title accurately describes the video and what could possibly have been happening in the background, there's a huge possibility this chick might have had it coming. And when you watch the video, the way she behaves only further reinforces that most likely she was the one that is the reason that this situation led up to the point where it now is, where I'm sure this man is most likely going to be going to jail for the rest of his life. And if they have children, they will no longer be a part of their children's lives or their grandchildren's lives. So we're going to let this play and get some scripture. Look at the way she acting, like throwing the pen, throwing the phone, like, seriously, you gonna pull a gun on me? Now, granted, there's no volume to this video, but you can tell by her reaction, she's just like, seriously, you gonna point a gun at me? Like, what are you doing? Are you for real? Yeah, he's very much for real. So much to the point where he felt like, hey, this is it. I have nothing else to lose. And I'm willing to risk everything for it. And see, this is why the scripture tells you that you have to deal with women according to wisdom. All right. Or to put it in a way, in a modern day phrase that you all may be able to understand, you could either love women or you can understand them, but you cannot do both. All right. And as I mentioned earlier, because of the dealings of this woman, she's now in the spirit world, and this man is about to spend the rest of his natural life in jail. Now, she seemed like she might be an older woman, so he's probably an older guy as well. All right. And he may only have at best maybe 15, 20 something years. And I guarantee you he's going to spend the rest of that remaining time in prison. All right, because this falls into the category of 1 Ezra 4 and 25. It says, wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father and mother. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits, like he did. Baby, come back. Baby, come back. For women, and become servants for their sakes. All right. Doing what the hell she want to do under that dumbass philosophy of happy wife, happy life. All right. Who knows? This guy might have done anything for this woman, or might have been the thing of the accumulation of things that he did for her throughout the time that they was together, and for her to end it Possibly. Now, I don't know for sure, but like I said, looking at her attitude, she was probably the one who ended it. Okay. And then the way she ended it, he was just devastated. I'm sure he was probably like, hey, let's work this out. And she said no and went on to something else. Okay. And then it says, and become servants for their sake. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. Right? This guy's about to go away for the rest of his life. All because of the wickedness of this woman. All right? Because when you have a good woman, okay, even the Bible explains how there are certain benefits that when you get with a good woman, the things that she adds unto you. When you go to Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, I want to say it's 26, and we start at 1. It's Ecclesiasticus, sometimes referred to as Sirach 26 and 1. It says, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. So it's telling you that when a man finds a virtuous woman, he's supposed to have long years of his living the rest of his life in, for the most part, relative peace. This is what a man is supposed to be able to enjoy when he has a wife, a virtuous wife. But in this society, in this world, according to Jeremiah 51, Babylon being that golden cup, which all the nations have drunk of and made the nations mad, hey, these women got feminism and they can do whatever the hell they want to do. All right. It doesn't matter how much money, energy, attention, and time that a man puts into a woman. Okay. Help her when she's down, put a house over her head, protect her, give her children. All she has to do is say, I'm not happy. Or we need to talk. And that's it. That's it. That's years of hard work down the drain. That's years of sacrifice all down the drain, either to be completely thrown away in this situation because nobody's going to get anything, or you pretty much have to give half, for lack of a better phrase, half your empire to a chick that didn't work for it. Okay? She wasn't up them late nights you were sacrificing. She wasn't the one not going to parties. She wasn't the one that was staying at home trying to figure out how to put a plan together. But yet all she has to say is, I'm not happy. Oh. And just like that, she gets half. Just like that. And see, it wasn't meant for man to have a life like this, because when you go to Ecclesiastes, I believe it's 30 and 22, it says the gladness of the heart is the life of man, like the gladness of the mind. First and foremost, is talking about this truth. Okay. But just in general, you know, the gladness of the mind is life to a man. All right. When things are good, according to what's that, Ecclesiastes, the Lord gave man the gift to enjoy the fruit of his labor. All right. And that's a good thing to the mind. Okay. So it says, the gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. And one of those things, as we read earlier, that is joyful to a man is a virtuous wife. This is how it's supposed to be. But as we read in First Ezra, the 4th chapter, all right, it says many men have gone out of their wits and have erred. And see, this is something that many men do not have the spiritual strength or the balls to tell a chick, hey, if you ain't down with the program, I gotta leave you, and I don't give a damn what you do. See, you got a lot of guys that can't do that. Okay, and that brings us to this next one where it says, "Love thine own soul." All right, you have to love and respect yourself first, because when a person doesn't love and respect themselves, okay, they'll just let anybody disrespect them and they'll take anything. And that's the beautiful thing. When you come into this truth, all right, you know who you are and you know your worth. And you know how things are supposed to be in order. So if a bitch get out of line, you can tell her, beat it. I'm going to be okay. You're not. And it says, love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Okay, like I said, first and foremost, with this truth. It says, remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein. Right? This man was plagued with the sorrow of the heart. He truly loved this chick. Okay? But he took matters into his own hands. The Lord made him become a spirit of vengeance. And in doing so, he sealed the judgment of himself and, well, he sealed the fate of himself and his wife, well, ex-wife. See, I'm sure his wife was his comfort, which a wife is supposed to be a comfort, but that true comfort. All right, he was relying on his wife to be that true comfort, which this truth is supposed to be. Now she's gone. He's going to be gone. And that's going to be it. Like it said, and there's no profit therein. Like the scripture says, a wounded, what was that? A wounded, uh, a wounded body I can handle, but a wounded spirit who can heal? Yeah, Proverbs 18 and 14. And it says, the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity. All right. The spirit of a man will help him get through any type of physical adversity. Okay. Whether it be a disease, illness, whether it be coming back from some type of traumatic surgery or bouncing back from trauma, from some type of maybe motorcycle or automobile accident. The Lord will give you the spirit to push through. But it says, but a wounded spirit who can bear. Right? This man was, you can tell this man was hurt in the spirit. He had to be truly hurt in the spirit to get this angry about being separated from his woman that he just blasted her. He just smoked her, knowing damn well there's a camera on him. Just smoked her. Her leaving him was way too much. And he took matters into his own hands. And it's funny because, as I said in a sit down last week. Okay, you had a man that was, I forgot what state it was in, but he also got on some social media platform and blasted his baby mama. At least you could say the Lord kept the spirit off of him. To do harm to his son. At least he had enough sense to tell the police, call his grandparents, and when his grandparents get here, have him take the son, and then I'm gonna do myself. Okay, his situation, he was wounded in the spirit because of a woman, and he took her out. Just like not too long before that, you had the other Jake, who was the anesthesiologist. He blasted his baby mama. He was wounded in the spirit. He was hurt. You got to be a hurt man. Now, this guy, at least he didn't take himself out, but he still blasted his wife. Like I said, but a wounded spirit who can bear. Hey, because we all know when somebody hurts you, or when somebody betrays your trust, I should say, man, that hurts. When somebody lets you down, when you have expectations of them and they just let you down, it hurts. And in this case, it hurt so much that he decided to just, as I said before, just take matters into his own hands. Like I said, it's a sad story, but it's also a cautionary tale because, as I mentioned earlier, the Lord did a 2-for-1 judgment. You know, once again, take good heed. This is a strong cautionary tale about what happens in relationships and what happens when you don't have the Lord to sustain you. So I hope you all were edified. Until the next time, we're going to say shalom.